The second to last homestand of the season started on a sour note when Jesus Feliciano doubled in Zach Lutz and Josh Satin. Buffalo would go up 3-0 after the first inning. Toledo would storm back in the second when Max St. Pierre would hit a two-run homer to tie the game at 3.
That ball is gone. We're tied. Max St. Pierre, his fourth of the year, and we're tied at 3 here in downtown Toledo.
Buffalo would break the tie in the sixth when Raul Reyes would hit his first home run of the season, scoring Fernando Perez. Toledo would counter those 2 runs with 4 of their own in the bottom of the sixth inning with a Danny Worth grand slam.
It's a grand slam.
Final score was Mud Hens 7, Bisons 6. The Mud Hens would get off on the right foot the next night, jumping out to an early 2-1 lead. They would make it 3-1 on a Ryan Strebe soft line drive to center, scoring Will Rhymes. Toledo would go up 5-1 in the bottom of the seventh when Ben Gez was hit by a pitch, bringing home Will Rhymes. The Mud Hens would put this one away with a Max St. Pierre single, scoring Audie Siriaco. The Mud Hens would be victorious over the Bisons with a 6-1 win. It was a pitcher's duel on August 26th. It was the Tigers' top prospect Jacob Turner against the Bisons' Dylan Owen. Turner would pitch 6 innings, allowing 4 hits with 6 strikeouts. Owen would go 7 2/3, allowing 5 hits with 7 Ks. The scoring didn't happen until the bottom of the 8th when Timo Perez brought home Will Rhymes. That would be the only run of the game and would bring the Hens' winning streak to 3. The next night, Buffalo would get out to an early lead with a Zach Lutz 2-run home run to left. Bisons were up 2-1 at that point. Timo Perez would tie the game at 2 with a line drive single, scoring Will Rhymes.
Score easily. Center fielder Feliciano cuts it off, holding Timo to a single, but it is tied at 2.
The Bisons would go ahead when Josh Satin would single on a line drive to right field to score Valentino Pascucci. That would end the scoring with the Bisons winning 3-2. The Indianapolis Indians came to town for a short 2-game set starting on the 28th. Toledo was up by a run going into the 6th inning when the Indians' Pedro Siriaco doubled in Gorkys Hernandez to tie the game at 2. Indianapolis would lead 3-2 going into the bottom of the 7th when Omir Santos singled in Jeff Salazar to tie the game at 3.
A 3-3 tie, so we'll start over.
This one would go into extra innings, but it didn't take long to break the tie. In the top of the 10th, Matt Haig would hit a 2-run double, bringing home Jordy Mercer and John Bowker. The Indians would win this one 8-3. The last game of the homestand would start out with the Indians on top 1-0 with a Matt Haig double scoring Pedro Siriaco. They would go up by 2 and Jordy Mercer hit a solo home run in the 3rd inning. Toledo would come to within 1 when Timo Perez singled in Andy Dirks in the bottom of the 3rd. The Indians would go on to score 5 in the 8th, including a Pedro Alvarez grand slam. Indianapolis would go on to score 2 in the 9th for a final score of 9-1.